Okay, today is special triangles. We're dealing with the 45, 40. These base angles are 45s. That's a right angle. Then we have 30, 60 on the other ones and the right angle. So we always have these ratios and we can use them to solve these triangle problems down here. I'm going to assume this was supposed to be a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So I'm marking those legs as congruent. So now we know with this, think of this as our 10 is equal to L. And if this is equal to L, what's this side worth? No, if L is 10, it's LL. L is equal to 10. And this one is equal to L square roots of 2, which we've decided L is 10. So that's 10 square roots of 2. Final answer. Nope, you can't simplify that any further. Okay? Okay, so we have a 45, 45, 90. We are given a leg. The leg is equal to the square root of 12. So this means this leg is equal to the square root of 12. This means x is equal to L square roots of 2. L is equal to what?
L is equal to square root of 12.
So square root of 12. So square root of 12 times square root of 2 is the square root of 24. We can simplify that because 4 times 6 is equal to 24, which is 2 square roots of 6. Okay. Does this kind of make sense?
Yeah, this is pretty tough.
Okay, so we are given the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is worth... Shh, there should not be so much talking. I'm speaking.
Go lock in.
The hypotenuse is worth L times the square root of 2. If that's equal to 7, you can solve by L by dividing by square root of 2. But you can't have the square root of 2 on the bottom, so you've got to fix that. So L is equal to 7 over the square root of 2. Multiply. This is like multiplying by 1, but you're multiplying this by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. You get 7 square roots of 2 over 2. That's your final answer for L. So that now that we know L, x is equal to L, which is equal to 7 square roots of 2 over 2.
Hey, that's 36. No, it's 45.
Yep. So again, the hypotenuse is equal to L square roots of 2. L is going to be equal to square root of 10 divided by the square root of 2. We've got to multiply by the square root of 2. So this is the square root of 20 over the square root of 2. This is 4 times 5. 2 square roots of 5 over 2, which simplifies to the square root of 5. So x is equal to the square root of 5. Right? Square root of 5, square root of 10. This is also square root of 5 because it's a 45, 45, 90. You're using these ratios, right? So I think that's the last of the 45, 45, 90. Let's look at 30, 60, 90. Again, remember the small side is worth L. The larger leg is worth L square roots of 3. And then this is just worth 2L. Okay? So that's our ratio. So if we know L is equal to 2, what's this leg worth? 2 square roots of 3. And then this is worth 2 times 2, which is 4. So 2, 4, 2 square roots of 3. So I just advise that you figure out what side it is. This is our L. This is equal to L square roots of 3. And this is equal to 2L, right? So if L is 6, we can say that x is equal to 6 times the square root of 3. That's the simplified version. and we figure out the hypotenuse is worth 2 times 6, which is 12. So you can easily figure out all the sides if you know one of these sides because you know the ratio, right? So down here, this is equal to 2L, this is equal to L, and this is equal to L square roots of 3. Okay, so now we have to solve for L. This is the hypotenuse is what you're using. So L equals the square root of 8 divided by 2. So then you can go ahead and figure out what X is. X is equal to L, which is equal to the square root of 8 divided by 2. And if you wanted to figure out this last one, you could just plug in the square root of 8 over 2 times the square root of 3. That's the square root of 24 over 2. 2 square roots of 6 over 2, which is just the square root of 6. So this is equal to the square root of 6. So you can figure out all the sides pretty easily, right? So if we know the square root of 6, this is L, this is L square roots of 3, and this is equal to 2L. So we can figure out all the sides, solve for L when you are looking at this one. So it's L equals the square root of 6 divided by the square root of 3, which we can't keep that as the square root of 3. We've got to rationalize that denominator. So you get the square root of 18 divided by 3, which you can divide into 9 times 2, which is 3 square roots of 2 over 3, which is just the square root of 2. So if L is just the square root of 2, then the hypotenuse is going to be equal to 2 square roots of 2. Final answer. So you've got all the sides. Square root of 2, square root of 6, 2 square roots of 2. Special triangles, the extended version down here. Like she'll talk about it on the video, but these are squares. So you can mark all the sides equal. And you're dealing with the 45, 45, 90. No, they're not. So when you come down here to 3, 4, and 5, this is talking about equilateral triangles. So all of these sides are equal. If these are worth 6, if the whole side is worth 16, then these are worth 16, and you have this is worth 8. This is dealing with a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Because equilateral triangles, these angles are all equal, right? These are 60. And then these little guys are 30, right? Yep, if it's divided in half and you're dealing with 2 triangles, that's what it is. Yep. So this is all worth 2x. You can say these sides are all worth 2x. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So you can put in the ratios, remember that, and solve. So it's a lot of just setting up your ratios and solving. So if this is x, then this is 0.5x or a half x, however you want to write it. And you can solve for your value, right? It gets a little harder, so if you have questions, come see me. But you're just kind of basically doing this, but with some extra steps.